I was working with one of my students yesterday, and she asked me how I handle stress. And what I told her, very honestly, seems to have helped her. She seemed to be lighter and less burdened by the end of our conversation. And honestly, that felt really good to me. It felt really good to know that something that I had said made someone feel better. This student is Korean. She lives and works in Korea. Korean people tend to be very hardworking, from what I've seen, from all the students that I've worked with. There's a lot of pressure on them to perform, to overperform, to stay late, to be part of a team, be a successful part of the team. Don't fail the team. And she was feeling kind of stressed. I asked her how she was doing, and she honestly said to me, "Yeah, I'm kind of stressed out. I've got so much going on at work, and I feel really anxious and nervous about it." I asked her how she deals with stress, and she had some good thoughts. She told about how she goes to see her friends and talks to her friends, and I think that's a great answer. She also said sometimes she'll go out for drinks, which can relieve a little stress temporarily. It's very understandable that someone would respond that way to stress. And then she asked me, "How do you deal with it? How do you deal with stress?" And I thought for a moment, and very honestly, I told her something that potentially could sound a little bit out there. I told her honestly that I talk to myself. I counsel myself, and I do it out loud, and I call myself by my name. And I will think about why I'm so stressed out, what it is that's bothering me at the moment. Because if you have seen some of my past videos, you know that I get stressed out about a lot. I have a lot of issues that freak me out and scare me. But as I was trained as a child to not talk about, not burden anyone else with my problems, to handle them myself, I learned to do that. So what I do when I have something worrying me, bothering me, I will tell myself, I will say, "Edward." I call myself by my name. I say, "Edward, you know that you have dealt with similar situations in the past, and you have handled them, and everything is okay. You got through it. Hopefully you grew and learned from it, and you survived. You've handled similar situations in the past, and you can handle this one as well." And yeah, I told her that's what I do when I feel stressed. I just reassure myself that I can handle it. I've done it before. I'm still here, and there's no reason I can't do it again. Take care of problems. I'm not weak. Can you hear the siren? Someone is going through a trauma right now. I also did mention that sometimes it's good to give yourself a break. I tend to be a person who, on a day off from teaching, I always feel like I have to be productive. I have to work on something for YouTube, or I have to work on my reselling business. And if I don't, I feel like I totally wasted my day, wasted my time. And sometimes I just have to give myself a break. I've had Saturdays where I just say, okay, you know what? Take a nap as long as you need. Just give yourself a break. If you don't accomplish anything today other than relaxing and making yourself feel comfortable, then that's okay. That's an accomplishment in itself. And I tell myself not to feel guilty about giving myself a break and just letting myself rest. And she agreed, and she said, yeah, I do have that same feeling that if I'm not doing something productive, that I'm wasting my time. And so we both agreed on that. And she seemed to feel really good. By the end of the class, her whole mood was lighter. She seemed like it really, really affected her, like she felt it. And that felt really good to me. It felt really good to feel like something that I had said had helped somebody. Even if it's temporary, even if it doesn't work for her, for that moment, in that moment she felt better. And that's the main reason I wanted to share this with you. Maybe you need to remind yourself sometimes that you've been through difficult situations before and you are still here. What I didn't mention to my student is that I believe we all came here to deal with difficult situations. We came here for challenges and to stretch ourselves and to learn and grow. And that helps me as well. And sometimes I can just laugh. Sometimes if I'm going through a particularly rough situation, I think about my soul or my higher self choosing to come here and choosing to overcome. And it just makes me laugh. I think, really? Did I really want this? Did I really choose to live with these challenges and to face these challenges? And I mean, honestly, I think, yes, I did. And I guess when I talk to myself and call myself by my name and reassure myself, it's in a way my higher self talking to Edward, this three-dimensional being, experiencing this three-dimensional reality. And it's my higher self being wise and reassuring and comforting. And I hope, well, I don't hope, I guess, if this helps you at all, if this means anything to you, that I hope, then I hope. Take what you will from this. Maybe you feel like it's total nonsense, and that's okay. If it helps anybody, that makes me feel really good.